Alright, checking all the audio levels here. I think everything is good to go. Computer had a slight hiccup, so I'm a little late, but that's fine. Let me get the prediction going. And we'll set that for 10 minutes. Oh, God. Oh, I'm gonna want to mute that. Oh, no. T-Far's aft. Give me a second.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, that's why.
Your channel timed out.
Let's turn that off, because that's gonna have, let's see. Wow. About 135 people in that channel, so let's make sure we're properly adjusted here. But otherwise, this is the first OFCRA operation of 2024. I need to also have a highlight thingamajig ready to write, so one moment. Alright, just in case anything silly happens. I got a new way I'm going to start running the PvP channel, but we'll get there when we get there. Otherwise, we've got both Blue 4 and Op 4 bases, as well as 2 outer bases on the sides here. So, looking at everything, we've got Depso commanding Blue 4. Op 4 is going to be commanded by Flip for Flap. Mission was made by Wombat. And I'm going to quickly get on my phone here and go over my notes. I believe the main fighting is going to be around this town over yonder. But let me go ahead and open my DMs with Wombat here and read these out. So, a few things to note about the mission today. Missile strikes. There are periodically, roughly every 10 minutes, artillery bombardments on the final central objective. This should look quite cinematic on the mission start if you go straight there at the warm-up. Lovely glowing missiles out of sight, out of the slightly dark dawn sky. Basically, he's got a VMS module. VLS module, and he's firing it at the area here. Actual repeat time, slightly random, always at least 9 minutes, plus up to an extra 180 seconds. In gameplay terms, those missile strikes prevent the sides from rushing the final objective early and force them to go around if attacking. So it's not a VLS, it is some sort of Grad 21 system, or, no, I think that's a Grad system of some sort. I love the timing of that, buddy. All right. Sorry, another thing just came up for DM. I'll deal with that later. In gameplay, those missile strikes prevent... Okay, I already got that one. In theory, a team should move through the area just after one missile strike and be safe. They would have roughly 10 minutes, but I suspect this would be too risky. Missiles should not be fired at 4:55 of the day. So basically, after 70 minutes, the missile strikes will stop. So this prevents anyone from rushing into this objective and holding at the end. And then there's mortar teams and demining drones. Blue mortar team has Willie Pete rounds that potentially can block the area and cause damage over 1 to 2 minutes. On fixed objectives at a set times, the mortar team could be very dangerous in the mission with Willie Pete and HE. Red Tech support team now has 2 demining drones. They have 4 full-powered drops charges each. Okay, yeah, so 2 IED drones, the ones that can drop bombs, the ones from IDAP. Op 4 has 2 of those. Combined with spotting drones on tight positions, these could be very powerful. So those are the 2 main assets to look over. So we basically have drone PvP and Willie Pete PvP. I'm going to add that to the title. Hell yeah. All right. I'm now going to go over the actual breakdown of the mission here. If you want to follow along, this is in the exclamation point mission command. So this is Contract Conflict 2's 3rd mission. Contract Conflict basically has a spreadsheet where you can upgrade both sides with various different abilities. And I guess one of them is the IED drone and the other is the Willie Pete mortar rounds. But otherwise, for this mission, here are how the points are going to be tallied for this scenario. So, Cernik is going to be the main central town, which is worth 2 points. That's the one that just got artillery struck. Blue 4 have to hold Actually, both sides have to hold 3 additional towns. Holding the town of Harasi, which is, I'm looking for it, this one. That is worth 3 points, and it is cashed in at the 30-minute mark. The red base and blue bases are both worth 3 points each from the looks of things. And then there's also... Oh, okay, I see what they're doing. So both sides have a town they need to hold, and it's cashed in at the 30-minute mark and the 70-minute mark. For OFCRA, it's this town. For Blue 4, it's this town. They both have a base that's cashed in at the 50-minute mark worth 3 points. There's OFCRA's, there's Blue 4's, and then they have the central objective here. And the central objective is getting rocket striked for the first 70 minutes, basically to prevent anyone from just camping it. So they want everyone to focus on all the stuff on the sides. Now, interestingly enough, there are no objective bonuses for survival or sniping the enemy commander, so this is all meant to be purely PvP for this one. So that should be quite interesting. What to use for the PvP tickets in Eden? So, awesome. I know there's a system to set up the PvP tickets, such as in the multiplayer tab on Respawn. However, I've never set that system up myself. Whenever I've made a PvP mission that requires it, I usually have handed it off to someone else, so I don't know. I'm sorry to say. I don't know everything, broski. Otherwise, Blue 4. We have an MTLB with a BMP-1 turret. We've got some ACOG scopes on some of the leadership weaponry here. Actually, no, we got ACOG scopes on quite a few guys now. So the upgrades have been going quite well. We still have basic transport trucks. We have a rearm truck here. We still have a bunch of M2 M113s. We got some M2 Humvees as well. And then we've got the Mark 14s, again, with some ACOG scopes on that as well. Blue 4-0, we also have a helicopter in play. It is an Mi-8 with a single rocket pod on either side. All right. And then you can also see the flags of all the PMCs, because every community has a different flag and a different quote-unquote community that they've brought in with. So that is quite funny. Looking over on the OPFOR side, we still see those basic transport trucks. But again, people can upgrade various different things. So OPFOR's also has a pair for the gunship. We've got M2 Humvees in play. We've got, gosh, the MRZR, I believe is that term. We've got the IED drones right here. So these are the 4 bombers. And then they've got darter drones to also scout with. And then looking at the units in the AO here. Looks like we just have a basic base here. They do have a 50 cal turret with them. And then we've got a few other guys here. That's a second 50 cal turret for them to work with. Over at the base, because that was just a town, you just have this simple base up here. They've got some additional stuff, but they also have a Moz to help defend themselves. And then we've got another team kind of patrolling around the side here. So it doesn't look like they have too many statics. Blue 4, meanwhile, they're already driving out from the base. Looks like they are joining up with the town defense over here, so we'll see if they have 2 statics to help defend themselves, but you have them all setting up on that side. And then the other Vic is heading south, maybe for an early counterattack or joining up with Blue 4 forces. But let's go ahead and do our naming here. So again, I already mentioned the commanders. Def's still going to be commanding this one. For the Peanutters, we've got Stefano, Django, Chiron, Dark, Mike, and Eagle, and Napala. Or Nabala. Nabla. For Nutters 2, we got Rusher and Wolf. For GLA, we got Twig King, Ilbanet, Cameron, B Short, Crazy, Cameron, and Loose. GLA 2, we got Oddball, Jack, Killer J, Dewitson, Watts, and Quafretti. For RBE, we've got Rodrigue, Alien, Cheku, Toxic, Vincenzo, Diego, Gonzalez, Penzal, and Dava. For Polska, which is one of the Polish groups here, we got Settlers, a very cool guy. He loves it when I read that out. Montes, Mosquit, Fast Sugar, and Lacrufus. For their second group, we have Gerald, Dufrock, Gregory, Adricep, and Wojcik. For Democles, the PMC, we've got Preacher, Fala, Valmet, Theo, Victor, and Eagle. For Pan-European National Intelligence Specialists, which is PENIS, for their first group, we got Pogo, Ezio, Cheeseburger, Kevin, Kermit, Dan Swede, and 12 Stripes. For their second group, we have Mr. Akana, Camus, and Ducanta. Sorry, some of these names are new. I've never seen before, so I have to pronounce them right. For Bobber, we've got Lolo, Wonder, Race X, Reverendo, Flip, Matt, and Masano, and as well as Savaris. For their second group, we've got Ricky Sav, Rog, Gallo, Strike, Mario, Sawyer, Alex, and Nico. For Op4's group, we got Flip for Flat Command, as we already mentioned. For Belgique Legion, we've got NASA, Zixmi, Wombat, and Gazog. For their second group, we have Rigel, Demovar, Nubas, Ash, Janat, and PHK. For PMC Orlin, we've got Wiki, technically Wiktorx. Excuse me, there's a different guy named Wiki, so I want to specify. Hold up, real quick, we already had a helicopter get engaged by a 50 cal. And the helicopter is going down. That is Blue 4's air support already shot down. Coming in a bit too hard. Tail hits the ground, and the target is down. And that body goes airborne for a little bit. Literally a windshield cannon, and that is not a good sight. Well, right off the bat, Blue 4 loses their air support. It was funny. I was with one of the players. His name's Ivno. I was saying, you know, all the funny things we were probably going to see in this match, and he said, yeah, I know. What we're going to see is one of the choppers immediately getting shot down within the first few minutes of the round, and he was absolutely right. So Op4 shooting down Blue 4's air support. Great starter there, but it looks like Blue 4 is mainly using vehicles to do transport instead of an Op4 aircraft, so not a total loss there, but it's a shame because those rocket pods could have been very, very useful. But let's speed up this process here. So for Belgique 2, we got Rigel, Demovar, Nubas, Jonet, and PHK. I think I already got that one. For Orlin, we've got Wiktorx, Templar, O'Neill, Monkey Enjoyer, Marty, Techno, and Giovanni. For the third group, we have Damien as the pilot for the helicopter. Squad 404, we got Kiri, Alexander, Green Thumb, Mac Marine, Sam, Seismo, and Lolo. I'm assuming that is a TSB or My Community, one of the two. We have a dead player already. Awesome. So outside of the helicopter, looks like someone else already died, but that is Q to vote. So it's got Samuel, Orn, Gonzalez, Marcus, Dead Domin, and Ivnomain, and the real Domin. Okay, so his twin brother died on the runway. That's unfortunate. For Bundenheimer, with, you know, their freaking Oppenheimer flag, we've got, it looks like a marksman team here of Andrea Asada and Warkus. For Council United, not to team kill. It is spelled C-U-N-T. Interesting. You got Bengi with Aiden, White Foz, Rice Williams, Nordic, and Hawkeye. Team Deadly Jokes. We've got Mr. White, Jonathan, Rick Hunter, Delta, Arthiak, Daedalus, Rizbo, Emil, and Alexander. That is the rockets landing in the central objective, by the way. That periodic artillery striking every 10 minutes, give or take. But otherwise, Rizbo, Emil, and Asnor. Their second group has Fawn, Snodgepear, Nolux, Pierce, and Pupper. And then Garden Private Security, we got Alex, Pingus, Howell, Grizzly Bar, Rixu, Leziak, and Uraniac. And that totals to about 135 players on today. At least that's what's being reported in the TeamSpeak. Otherwise, looking at spawns here, looks like Op4 is driving by a small Blue 4 ambush here. They only have 3 people at Humvee, so there's minimal casualties. Looks like Blue 4 did not have any AT ready to immediately snipe the Vic, which is a shame because they were well within AT4 range, but I think they were still setting up. Otherwise, Op4 deployed a squad all the way back here with their their helicopter, Mi-8. And you have a majority of Op4 units now closer to the objectives than Blue 4 doing this wide press around. So it looks like some Blue 4 elements tried to go on an ambushing position, whereas others, again, we see that they've completely abandoned the bases here and said they're going for the town defense and probably on offense immediately with this one squad. So we'll just have to see as we see Op4 kind of focusing on putting forces on their 2 defensive objectives themselves and regrouping and then probably doing an attack. Blue 4 are focusing a lot on trying to cut off Op4 supply lines in the beginning. So we'll just have to see where things go there. I know, right? At least we don't have to see the micromanaged artillery strikes. I do want to see if those drones are effective at all. I'm not sure we're going to see them on the interface, though, but I will love to see those Willie Pete rounds raining on either defensive position. I think Blue 4 losing their aircraft early on might bite them in the butt, but we'll just have to see if Op4 is able to do anything effective with their airstriking aircraft as well. So right off the bat, we have an Op4 group dismounting. That's the 3-man team. We've got another Blue 4 group, however, moving close by. Unsure if they coordinated with the other Blue 4 group to actually see that Op4 dismounted in that position. Tough to say. Anyway, how is everyone doing this evening? we're going to be covering this and then the second POG mission tonight, and we'll see if we can squeeze in some more mission dev. We already developed 3 mission files this morning, and right now, I mean, it's just going to be more of that and prepping. I'm unlikely to carry on with tomorrow's Friday mission for the tag thing, just because I'm a bit burnt out with everything else I've done. So I might just instead focus on the weekend ops, because we do have a lot we need to dev for the weekend, so we'll just have to see how things go. Alright, so we've got plenty of vehicles now moving into this position. We might see OFCRA cross on the right side, though. These would be the TSB / my community players. Looks like they're going to take that right early. And we'll see if they run into that ambush position on the hill. If they go left, they're going to be in a world of hurt. If they go right, they might be okay. Yeah, there will be more DayZ on Friday, and I might fit in some more on the weekend on Ghost Wolf server. We'll just have to see. I'm doing my best to try to make everything work, but you gotta be a bit patient with me. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure this is an AI. Oh, it's not. No, that's Ukrainiac all alone. That's kind of funny. I think he's going to be the one unit. He's going to do this massive plan, spend literally 80 minutes maneuvering around, and then hit the Blue 4AO from the north all by himself. Anyway, Blue 4 maneuvering more vehicles into the center. We've got shooting going on right now. We've got this aircraft right here taking some 50 cal fire from the ground. That is a hit on the Mi-8. And the engine's been shot out. Damien trying to do a right turn here to smoothly land it. If he's able to glide it down, he will be able to repair it. But let's have a look from Damien's POV. Ah, that beeping means it's not good. However, with a little bit of skill here, Damien can actually glide this helicopter down. It doesn't look like Blue 4's turning anything around to engage him. He's got a big open area. As long as he doesn't slam his tail rotor into the ground, he should actually be able to land this. So he needs to pull up a bit to reduce speed. He's doing it. He's also doing a turn with it. He just has to make sure he pulls up at the last second. Look at that. He's got it. That's a perfect landing, and he manages to get the wheels down. So the vehicle has been recovered. He should be able to do some repairs on this if he has that capability. If not, well, helicopter's right here. So the pilot is alive. He does have an ACOG scope, too. That is quite interesting. So good on Damien for doing that landing. Alright, so OPFOR, they're still swinging the group around. These guys are going to be completely out of play, in my opinion. I think they were trying to move to set up an ambush, but all the Blue 4 vehicles have already passed. So at this point, it's not really worth it. We have another Blue 4 group right here at the edge of the town, probably doing some scouting. They might see stuff up here. They have the Maz ready to go. They could open up with a Maz on that bunker. They probably do see the machine gun in it. Yeah, there it is. Immediately sniping that Maz turret. If anyone was on it, they would be dead. But that is disabling some OPFOR equipment there. Good call early on. And then we do have that second machine gun right here. And we've got some sort of engagement going on down here. I believe that is OPFOR engaging the three... no, being engaged by the 3 Blue 4 down here, yeah. Oh, God. So one of them was naked, and he is dead. Other guy was fully geared out with a MAR-10. But that was a great ambush by Blue 4. That is all 3 OPFOR dead. I believe these are the 2 Blue 4 elements that were on the helicopter. Yep, so that's down. And then looking over here, it looks like we've had something happen over here. Looks like a vehicle was destroyed. I think that might have been an ARMA incident because there wasn't anything there to engage him. But we got Squad 404 now being engaged from range here. Ah, yes, the scope. That's going to go on everyone's screen, which is quite funny. Yeah, these guys are going to have to pull back because they're just kind of... They don't really have the firepower to take on that position from that range, unfortunately. But you see Blue 4 has a really nice setup around here to stop OPFOR from getting into that area. And Blue 4 have a really nice, solid defensive northern position. So Blue 4 is literally trying to hold this objective, hold that one, and then rely on the artillery to stop Op4 from pushing into the blue base. Very, very solid strategy there. We'll have to see what Op4 does to counter. We have a lot of... We got that one squad over there blocking. You've got other squads outside blocking as well, and then you got this rear element right here. I think Op4 is playing this too cozily on defense, and Blue 4 really does stand to push Op4 off of this position. It's just how much attrition damage is Blue 4 going to take in these fights? But so far, I mean, wow. So this Blue 4 group has continued their attack. This truck got struck. It cooked off and destroyed some buildings and killed some infantry. Op 4 not in a good spot on this northern town right now. But Op 4 just, I don't know why we have so much infantry out here. I think Op 4 was trying to set up blocking positions and ambushes, but, I mean, think about this logically. If you spawn here, and your enemy spawns here, and you're trying to set up ambushes over here, but both sides have the same vehicles, who's going to get past these positions first, distance-wise? Is it going to be Op 4 or Blue 4? So clearly, Blue 4's already gotten past all of that. But I don't know. It's a tough call there. Gunner on the 50 cal taken out. Squad 404 was able to push their vehicle up and take out the gunner on that, and now they've got their 50 cal to pretty much hit anything around here. Looks like the vehicle was quickly brought in and is now being hit in the tree line as Fast Sugar is trying to pick off the gunner. But they have a second 50 cal, and they've started opening up with it. Mac quickly pulls that back, realizing he is outgunned again. But most of his squad is hiding out right here, not taking any needless casualties. That's good. We're about to have another fight. Sorry that I keep teleporting and it does that, but look at this grenade throw. Oh my god, no way. Gets a single kill, followed by some damage on Mike. The little spruce trees helped block those shots. More shooting as we close in the CQC, but it looks like Op 4 is getting the kills here. I think we just had Grizzly get picked off over here. We do have another wounded man over here. Nine-baner being thrown. More nine-baners being thrown on both sides here. Mike is not in a good spot to be getting nine-baned here. That's gotta suck for his monitor. Meanwhile, you got Blue 4 now pushing into the town here. Op 4 desperately trying to send reinforcements, but there's a massive Blue 4 force coming into this position. Op 4's got a great amount of forces over here, but Blue 4 has a pretty solid defensive line on that area, but we could see Op 4 get into these trench lines right here that are clearly marked, and then use that to go in. I could still see Op 4 counterattacking pretty well here, but will they have the guts to do it? Rixu pulled back. You have a really great grenade throw right here. There goes Aiden. And it knocks out Hawkeye as well. Raysex getting real good throws with these grenades. Another one goes in. I don't know what they saw to know to put grenades right there. Maybe they're working with their drones or something. Yeah, no, Blue 4 has the mortar team. Op 4 have the drones, so lucky, I guess. Or he saw something, but I didn't even have my stream over there, so I don't know how he knew those units were over there, but good on him. Rixu coming up, trying to check these bodies. Eagle is still uncon. He wakes up, and Rixu quickly drops him with a suppressed 5.56. So Op 4 managed to actually bite back that Blue 4 element, but Blue 4 is really pushing that objective up here. Now, Op 4, they do have 2 demining drones, so we'll just have to see if those come into play later. Then you still got this Op 4 position right here fighting with that hilltop. And you got this rear blocking position over here as well. We just heard a Moz come in. They were firing it into this bunker that is now trying to hold this Blue 4 group on the northern side. Now, you got to remember, chat, there is a VIP group we can pick on either side right now. I mean, I'd have to say it's CSF for Blue 4. The purge they've done in here has been pretty good. Op 4, I'm still deciding. But we'll see what else we get. And I can pick those VIPs for any reason, but I can be heavily swayed by you guys. Alright. I love how there's man pads on both sides. That's technically a stinger, but yeah, those were not needed. The AAA got it. Op 4, meanwhile, still having this big open area. They're shooting at something. Question is what?
Oh.
You even hear him saying, I don't know. Wait a minute. Guys. What's better? Holding a tree line that you can fortify with trenches, or holding an open field with trenches. Now, for those of you that are veterans of this channel, you know there is a certain man that will always pick the open field, and whenever I see units in the open field, you know who it's gonna be. The man, the myth, the legend, the mighty Pierce. Now, to give him some credit, the reason he did that is so he could set up an Overwatch position here so he could actually see into the town. So I'm not going to discredit him too hard, but I just find it funny how I always catch him in an open field. Because that, of course, is the right way to go. But no, him and I talk all the time. It's funny. But he knows I meme on him at this point because it's just comical. It's the meme. It's the Pierce play. Always got to put him in an open field. Now we got Nordic walking around, and Nordic has an MG3, and I'm going to be honest, that machine gun is going to be devastating if he can line it up. Oh, but Flip spots him through the smoke. Yeah, no, from his angle, the smoke doesn't fully billow out like that. Now you got some Op 4 trying to push, more coming in and around. They might see an a reach around flank here. I'm just really surprised that Blue 4's other groups back here have been really slow and actually pushing into the objective. Meanwhile, we got Op 4 mounting back up in their Humvee. Another one back here. They might try to just back around because there's nothing they can really do in this open field. And then you got to remember, I think Blue 4 has, yeah, the BMP turret on the MTLB. Wow, looking in though. GMG fire coming in from this AGS platform, and that has knocked out multiple Op 4 players caught in the open right here as they were trying to do this maneuver around. So very devastating for the Op 4 elements right here. And you got some additional 50 cal fire coming in to suppress. Wonder's moved up. He has his AT out for some weird reason. Maybe he's going to try another bunker buster in there. But beyond here, you see that Blue 4 is really just committing to this attack. They might leave one squad behind and then bounce up to the red base. There's the round coming in. I am unsure if he managed to get any kills with that, but at least he's harassing this position. It doesn't look like it. And now Wonder's pushing up. I can see that this Op 4 group is probably going to try to push over and take the red base. They're going to be able to take that uncontested, but it's going to take them a while to actually get up to that position. Wonder being incredibly cautious here. Nordic barely peeking that corner. Wonder, he's leaning right. Oh, and he gets sniped over by Ivnomane. Great crossfire shot. Wonder is only uncon, though. More GMG fire coming in. It's a little short. You're hearing another barrage coming in. Blue 4, though, they need more infantry to come up and assist at this point. Hey, Grenbrig, how you doing? What were you playing? We're just watching some PvP right now develop on this scenario. I mean, the mortars are in position, too, to do stuff, but Blue 4 is right on top of the objective. I would be repositioning those mortars somewhere closer to actually start striking the red base instead. We can move all of the infantry here, because I think they're just here to cover the mortar position, but Blue 4 should just go full send on this attack at this point, because this is all just uncommitted stuff. They had a little bit of harassment right here, but they should be pushing to assist in taking the town objective. Maybe they're just being kept in reserve for the second attack, but I feel like that's all just uncommitted infantry that could be doing a better job with the actual attack or positioning to hit the other Op4 position. But in terms of development, Blue 4 definitely has an advantage, and they have that advantage because they've completely abandoned one of their objectives, going fully on the offense here. We could see a pincer for the second attack, but hard to say. Is that a grenade? Oh, Misano gets blown away by some shrapnel penetrating that gate and knocking him out. More grenades being thrown out here. Looks like this one was a bit short, got caught in the Hesco. And just with those extra Op4 infantry that have come in and helped establish this defensive line, Blue 4 doesn't seem able to push in without reinforcements, but we are starting to see that come in. Righto, Ham. I'll see you soon. I'm hearing more long-range fire. I'm not sure if that's further to the south. It's mainly right here. In 7 minutes, though, we're going to start seeing objectives getting cashed in. We're going to definitely see 3 points for Blue 4 for this objective. I'm not sure we'll see the 3 points for Op 4, though. We are going to need to see more Blue 4 infantry enter because I think it's based off of whoever has more people in the zone. But let me look. Is there anything special in this bunker? That is... wow. That was an IED drone. Op 4 just got a kill with one of the IED drones. I don't see it. That's how small and effective that little thing is, man. But if that is in play, that is going to potentially be a game changer. So again, Blue 4 has a Willy Pete mortar. Op 4 have 2 IDAP drones, which you can also use to pretty much murk infantry. So let's see if there's a follow-up shot right here. I don't see any smoke, so I'm assuming the drone wasn't disabled. If we hear that whistle again, we'll know. But we don't see him on the interface, which makes it really, really tough to discern. It could have potentially been shot down, and it's in a position that I can't see. Nope, there it is. Taken out. There she is. That is 2 kills for that drone. They're literally treating it like a jet plane, just strafing the players here. You can also see where it got 2 knockouts. So that drone has single-handedly stopped the main attack. There is a small flanking attack coming in as well, but they got to be careful because I think they just GMG'd their own units. Hopefully there isn't a follow-up shot. Got some suppressive machine gun fire coming out. And now we gotta watch the skies. But if you hear that whistle, we're gonna quickly check Blue 4 because, well, they can quickly blow themselves up. And I don't think SL Dream is around in this mission. Got Lewis here watching the corner, waiting for Blue 4 to come out on this side. Jack trading fire with this Op 4 bunker. He has killed one of them off. And it looks like they traded in a knockout. So Duitson could come in and double tap the body and save his friend. Usually with knockout fights, yeah, there it is. No kill. Oddball wakes back up, though, so those extra shots, I think, further knocked out Lewis. And there's the double tapping. He's dead. Doesn't re-ragdoll, but that's good enough. Now you've got OFCRA crossing into where Blue 4 was suppressing from. They're taking fire. And OFCRA have 6 more charges on those IED drones. 1 with 2, 1 with 4. Lolo pushing that bunker again. Blue 4 still could stand to... Oh, yeah, with their number advantage, they definitely have that. Another rocket strike heading into the central city. Blue 4, I think, are going to be up 3-0 within the first 38 minutes of this match. Rixu, so these are the guys that wiped that previous Blue 4 group. We got Pingus trying to provide some supporting fire here. But Short has a trench. More GMG fire coming in. It's blind, though. They're trying to sort where Pingus is. They hit him with that GMG, and Pingus will have no defense, so he's got to be very, very cautious with that. We're going to have to see that IED drone work overtime here. There's quite a few positions they could land those bombs to get multi-kills here. But the question is, will it come in time, and will it be enough? Marcus trying to pick off some of the infantry over here. He immediately gets blown away by Killer, though. Ukrainian disconnects, I think, because he got lost down here on the bottom right. What a shame. And I don't know who that player is. Matt and Rice fighting in the bunker here. They push each other at the same time, but Reese is able to get the kill. Will he double tap Matt, though? OFCRA still holding. Marcus wakes back up. Attempts to get a grenade out. That's going to get caught by the wall unless Killer decides to push. He does not. Reese, I need to see that double tap, buddy. He's checking bodies instead. There it is. Excellent. Good to always double tap the bodies because you never know who's going to wake up. Pingus tried to cross in the open and gets picked off while uncon for that mistake. OFCRA, meanwhile, recommitting forces to the southern side of the objective now, I guess anticipating that they've lost this area. I don't know. I mean, Blue 4, don't get me wrong, they're also running out of infantry. They got a lot of reserves on the southern side. Hey, Ghost Wolf, how you doing? But Blue 4's in the better position here. We're going to see that 30-point objective cashed in a moment, and we'll actually be able to verify who has more points. I don't know, man. Really tough calls here today. I was hoping we'd see more IED drones in action. I only saw 2 rounds cook off. They might have dropped more originally and lost them, but it is also quite possible. There's the cash-in. So failed by East, completed by West. So Blue 4 had more people in the zone to prevent OFCRA from scoring those 3 points. So Blue 4 is up 3-0 right now. It is looking good for Blue 4, but that can still change. The next cash-in for objective points will be the, actually at the 50-minute mark for the bases. I'm not sure if Blue 4 will get the points if they don't have anyone in that objective, though. So we might see someone rush over and get in. OFCRA is definitely going to get the 2 points tied to that position. So we might end up seeing this match go 3-2. Dwarves, no. So now I see Blue 4 trying to push forces around the northern side to flank this element over here. I'm a little worried for the guys that are a bit more out in the open because they could get picked off quite easily. Crazy, unsure if he just spotted that guy.
I think I see one.
Oh, no, he did.
150.
Starts firing. Manages to get 1 knockout. And the kill. I thought Alex might have dropped him on accident because they were so close to each other, but no, Crazy got that kill. Tweaking now flanking. As Zora gets down behind a rock. So OPFOR's southern group starting to get chewed up. And OPFOR mounting up in vehicles, I think realizing they ran out of time. Yeah, Blue 4 have pulled out. They denied OPFOR those 3 points, so you're going to start seeing them reposition. They might actually move up and go to the Blue 4 base just to cover. GMG starts firing. And then he gets out of that. So we still have 1 survivor in the middle. Hoel's also on the side, but Blue 4's just kind of coming around there. But you see the Blue 4's desperately pulling out of this position. And he gets knocked out. Yeah, Blue 4 abandoning some of the wounded here. Fully pulled out. They don't run into that OPFOR player group over here. I think they're just going to potentially come back here, pick up their friendlies, and then either push to the base or something. But we got this massive Blue 4 force over here. They're now committing the squad up. Don't know what they're doing here. OPFOR, don't know what they're going to do with those Humvee elements as well, but now we're going to have a bit of downtime. I guess it's up for Howell to make a play here. I doubt Alex is going to wake back up. Also, I haven't scrubbed the pole yet, dwarves, so I'm going to probably do that after OFCRA. There's a few small tasks I have to do, and then we'll have the POG mission. There's Twig King getting the double tap. Crazy moving around here. Might spot Howell. Howell's watching. And Crazy gets dropped. Howell's going to have to double tap. There it is. Twig hears those suppressed shots. He's going to start moving over. Grenades coming in. That's going to announce Twig King knows that Howell's there. But Howell's going to somehow... I was about to say, is he going to run right into the grenade? Ooh, a piece of candy. I don't know what this OPFOR group's going to do now, though, because that objective is only worth 1 more point. It's more cost-effective to go for holding the... or taking the blue base and then holding your own. So having all these forces sweep around would be smart, but... I don't know. I just feel like OPFOR is too poorly positioned here. Blue 4 is going to get too many points on the board and stop OPFOR from even bouncing back in the later half of the game. That's what I feel like is going to happen at this rate. We also have a force completely mounted in this truck. I don't know what they're going for. Maybe something in the open, thinking OPFOR is going to potentially attack that position? I honestly don't know. But it's weird now seeing that, again, this is the AO. Blue 4 has a lot of undeveloped stuff to the south that they haven't really committed, including their mortars. OPFOR have a lot more of their forces in the AO itself, but are they actually going to commit to harassing any Blue 4 positions? I get forces are also being held in reserve, but at this point, most of the frontline force has been knocked out on both sides between Blue 4 and OPFOR. They've lost at least 1 to 2 squads completely. And other squads have taken casualties, so I would think now they would start cycling forces out, but the only thing I can think of is OPFOR is planning to hold their base and then push in. But by then, I'm not sure if Blue 4, or if OPFOR is going to have the point disparity to actually win. I'll have to check again. Weird calls. Very weird calls. But no one can push into this objective until the other objectives are scored. Otherwise, they risk getting hit by rocket artillery. So it's a weird call. It's a weird call all around. Twig, I think, just saw the movement in there. Yep. Gets the kill. He doesn't know he got him, though, so he's going to continue shooting. But again, we have like a partial platoon, at least 2 squads worth of guys down here, and then OPFOR have this 1 squad up here. Like, I don't know why we keep seeing random firefights on the outskirts of this town. Like, I thought these guys were going to go and hit the blue base on the rear, but I guess they were recommitted to assist, but because they were landed so far away and have spent so long moving, they're just completely out of position to really do anything here. All right, so yeah, this truck is going to go back to score the Blue 4 base position there. We still have, what's 7 plus 8? 15 minutes before that's called, so they got plenty of time to get in there. And then we just have OPFOR just sitting on their ass, not really doing anything, and instead holding the base. That's going to make the point disparity go from 0-3 to 2-5. And at that point, I think Blue 4's won because the central town is only worth 2 points. And then at the 70-minute mark, the other towns are scored at 1 point. So at that point, Op4 can only tie, but they have to simultaneously hold their town and take the other, whereas Blue 4 just need to focus on one objective or the other, so they can just go all eggs in one basket and focus on scoring, and they're fine. So it's really looking good for Blue 4 to win this one based off of that point disparity.
Yes. Azimut.
I'm just trying to think. Blue 4, they still have the advantage. You got to consider that again. Blue 4 has the Willy Pete mortars. We could see those still being used in action later. It's just they're being held right here and not really... Nothing's really committing with them. So I don't know what they're doing with these two. We see Blue 4, though, mounting forces up and finally heading north. So I think Blue 4 might realize they can at least hold this position and also stop Op4 from getting that point at the 70-minute mark. But if Blue 4 then has a strong position here and a strong position here, but we also see Blue 4 mounting up. So I think Blue 4 might think Op4 has a garrison on their base, because that would make sense in Blue 4's eyes of why they're not really encountering so many Op4 elements. So maybe they're thinking Blue 4 snuck around and took their base, which is why they're doing this cautious route, which is why they're going to abandon the town, because that's only worth a single point later, and they want to at least get those points, because why else would Op4 not be fighting for their own defensive town so harshly without attacking Blue 4's town? Op4 has just focused purely on defense here, and Blue 4 thinks that Op4 is focused on offense because of the sheer amount of infantry both sides control. So that's funny. Blue 4's command is in a little bit of their own head to try to figure this out, as Op4 is just misplaying. Honestly, just misplaying. But you see, the Op4 squad here is now getting suppressed. I don't think they took any KIA, though. They folded in time. Yep. So they're just going to walk out. But, again, Op4 doesn't really have anything to go hit that base unless we see forces go around the town and do it, but I don't think they're going to. But I appreciate that Blue 4 is playing these objectives to the point they only need to commit to them when they're actually close to being scored, and that is why Blue 4, even though they have a lot of misplaced infantry to the south, aren't really playing that much. Here's going to be... This is where we could see an upset here. We've got two... No, okay, so the first one's unarmed, but the second one is armed. We have a Humvee pair coming in. Swola, I appreciate you too, buddy. Or is that Swole with an E? Either way, thank you so much for the 420, broski. Hope you keep enjoying everything. Oh, is the BMP going to catch him? It does not. It looks left. Does the 50 cal spot? Because the 50 cal could snipe that vehicle easy. Gunner then looks right. Does the Humvee catch it? It does not. That is honestly amazing. Neither gunner. Wait. PKT might have just spotted it last second. I think he was tracking. He might have just assumed it was friendly, though. We have a 50 cal and an M2 now coming around. Oh my god. Hold up, they might catch up to the MTLB and engage it. This has 5 people inside. The gun is watching front. The front Vic, though, isn't a 50, so they might let it catch up. No, they're slowing down. Are they letting the 50 cal overtake? I think they're letting the 50 cal over... Nope, it's herringboning off. What are they doing? I mean, they don't know that Blue 4 is maneuvering right now. But they're now adjusting to face south. It's okay, Newton. It's all part of the game. So Op4 is maneuvering some forces down the riverbed here. This town is still actively getting rocket strike, though, so I think they're going to rock the riverbed and then potentially go into the blue base, but they can't. It's 8 minutes till that's cashed in. That's not enough, or 7.5. That's not enough time for them to move up the riverbed. And no. You're moving into the... Wouldn't it be funny if Pierce got hit with the rocket arty strike? Wouldn't that be nice? It is Swole. I figured. I thought it was an E at the end, though, but... I figured it was you, but... I gotta read what I see. And it looked like an E. So, Blue 4 is going to get their 3 points. Op 4 is going to get the 3 points on the base. Oh! Arty drone at it again! So, Op 4 is scouting the base here to try to shoot at it. Fun fact about the IED drones, though. Never mind, I was about to say they were really, really tanky, but there goes one. So I hope that was the one with only 2 rounds, because otherwise that's 3 rounds lost. The MG3 gunner did a great job of swatting that thing down immediately, but ooh. I cast or cursed a drone with my thoughts. Oh, God. Okay. That happened. Alright, Blue 4 dismounted the remaining 2 on the line. But I think they hear the Humvee, so they've turned. Yeah, Blue 4 should have immediately started popping nades there, but ooh. I think they're going to get in and run. No, they're not. They're committing. They have no backup around here, though. Real quick. This is the armed Humvee, though. It might run in. Do they see the truck? These are transport trucks. Oh, no. Pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal. This could be huge. These are 6 people in transport trucks. That is the driver knocked out. This is an ammo truck, too. This is the mortar team. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? What? What in the misplay? All right, they get him. You got one guy still alive. Blue 4 mortar team. Oh, Lolo almost gets friendly fired by Mac Marine. Other trucks still driving around. Looking at the other group, looks like Blue 4 got their 2 guys knocked out. Mac Marine runs up and double taps. Other Vic now trying to desperately drive off. I'm not sure if the mortars were stored in that Vic or the other Vic, but Op 4 has the potential to intercept some mortars here, as the other truck is desperately trying to pull away. Op 4 in the trench line. I'm going to check Pierce's squad. Did anyone die? No, okay. I was going to laugh if someone got rocketed, but yeah, this town is getting cratered every 10 minutes. Yeah, they're crawling around and under, just making sure they're clear. Lolo hiding in the driver's seat. If they were able to get that other vehicle intercepted, that would have been great, but that's all they got. I think Cameron's an AI right now, yep. Border Vic gets away with 1. Can you imagine sitting around for like 55 minutes and then just driving and then getting intercepted, not doing anything? Oh man, that would suck. Got Wojak, looks like he survived because I did see a knockout position over there. Now he's walking around. Points are going to be cashed in a few minutes. There is another rocket artillery strike going into the town. So I guess Pierce either got lucky or he timed it, so he moved his group through the town without them actually getting hit, or at least on the edge. CSF Lolo, not to be confused with TSB Lolo / My Community Lolo. How are you doing, buddy? Thanks for the 17-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops. You appear to be dead, and you died face first in between the legs of one of your opponents. How do you feel, buddy? I didn't realize what was going on in that bunker, and you know I'm not going to question it. Did you lose one of the 113s? As in Blue 4 Op 4. I don't see any 113s in play right now. I only see the MTLB in that truck. So I can't tell you, buddy. What is this guy doing? He's the guy that drove south along over here, and I guess he's just on a wild ride. The one with the 50? I don't know. The only 50 cal 113 I saw really doing anything was during the initial town assault right here, but since then, don't know. Now, I gotta wonder, when Blue 4 takes that objective, they're probably gonna bounce into their town, grab the 1 point, and then they're probably gonna then ride the trench line down to get into the final objective past the 70-minute mark. But 30 minutes, we're gonna see both of these objectives get cashed. And I think it's for 3 points, actually, not 2. But if anyone wants to type !mission and tell me how much the base objectives are worth, I think it's 3, actually, not 2. 2 is the central town in the middle. So that means the point disparity is going to be 6-3, leaning Blue 4. And then there's only 3 more points left on the board. So at that point, Op 4's only ability is to tie if they hold their town and then take the final town. Right, yeah, the second cap is 1. But again, Op 4 is in a tough spot. So there's the 50-minute objective cached. Actually, no, Op 4 would still have a chance if they deny Blue 4 scoring the 1 point here, gained the point here, and then they converge both groups to take the town at the end, which would require a massive undertaking on Op 4's part, but I think they still could commit the infantry to do it, because Blue 4 have lost quite a bit in those final 2 ambushes that happened. Oh, it's just the side leader in the town? I thought it was capture. Oh, it's side leader in the town for the final one. Oh.
Give him a warm welcome, shall
Huh. Well, I guess we'll just see how it cashes. Otherwise, now we're going to probably see Blue 4 mounting up and heading back into their objective. Op 4, though, interestingly enough, is rushing it. Ah, Pierce, my man. You've got all of these trenches you could use for cover to push up, but no, buddy. I know exactly what you're going for. Why use cover when there's a perfectly good open field next to you? Pierce gets it. Pierce gets it. So I assume these squads are going to fold in, hold the town, and then these guys are going to go on offense on that area. We might see these guys go up and reinforce. Thank God Op 4 doesn't, or Blue 4 doesn't have the render distance to see Op 4 over there. Oh my God, wait, wait, no way. Oh! Oh no, an open field. If only someone could have predicted this. Oh, the humanity. Oh my God, guys, it's an open field. God, if only there was like a route with cover they could have taken to not get spotted. Oh. Oh, gosh, guys, if only. Wow. God, the humanity. Damn. Oh. How are they alive? That's a very good question. I have no idea, but they literally used the maximum range of that Mark 19 to actually get those shots there. Oh. The player base, buddy. But again, OFCRA's in a really good spot to at least get the last bits of points, but again, it's a much more uphill battle for OFCRA compared to Blue 4. Blue 4 can literally just sit this one out and then go right into the final town objective. Yeah, so we still have that M2113. You got the BMP1 and then the Mark 19 M113 there as well. More 50 cal shots going out. I don't know if OPFOR took the mortar. You know what OPFOR is taking? Some friendly fire. That is a tree. Yeah, I think Marty just realized that that guy's camo was the same as his. Ambush is so good, they'll even engage friendlies. Wow. No, Blue 4 still has their mortar. Rounds are going out. The only survivor of that group managed to keep the damn mortar truck. Oh, that's funny. Now here's the really funny part. Where's he shooting those? Give me another so I can follow the tracer. Now, if I were to guess based off of wind and guesstimation, you're trying to engage. Oh, God, you're way short. You're a little over halfway there. I'd say you're off by about 700 meters living on a prayer. Oh, yeah, look at this OPFOR helmet. They're going to go right to the trench line, then probably walk up on the side. However, you have an MTLB driving right in with infantry to dismount. Got another small team right there. OPFOR slowed down because they were GMG'd and had to bandage, so we're still going to see an urban CQC fight. But if Blue 4 get that 1 point, it's GG. Because by then it will be 7, even if OPFOR scores theirs, 7-4. And the final objective's only worth 2 points, and we can literally just cash it in right then and there. But we'll see. OPFOR have a massive amount of infantry they're committing, but they're allowing Blue 4 to fortify in first. But Blue 4 also has a lot of flanking forces here, so we could see that first garrison just get completely steamrolled by the additional forces coming in. Meanwhile, OPFOR still in their final town here. We're going to end up seeing OPFOR go for a pincer maneuver at the end. We do have Humvees coming in. There is still one artillery strike that could come in, though, so this is risky. I don't think it's been 10 minutes since the last one, but it certainly has been at least like 7 or 8. But it looks like they're going to immediately bypass. Dwarves, I haven't looked at it yet. I've been... I made 3 mission files today, and then I took a nap. I'm going to be honest. I took a freaking nap because I was a tired goober, and I've completely effed my sleep schedule. So I'm trying to fix it. Woke up early, made Bloodwing breakfast. Made, made a nice egg omelet crepe, which is literally an egg omelet in a crepe, and then I stewed some apples, and then put that in a crepe, too. She didn't like it, though, which is a shame, because I loved it. Oh, hey, look, this Overwatch vehicle is also being engaged. Yeah, hold position so they can snipe you. Look at this stream of OPFOR, though. It's like a little line of ants. Blue 4 did a far dismount. They're pushing in, though. 70-minute mark is going to be cashed in whatever 7 plus 5 is, which is 12 minutes. So OPFOR still have time to bounce up there, but it's ticking. Looks like OPFOR is bringing Flip for Flap in. I guess what I need to check real quick. Yeah, so that's the maximum render distance the players have. I'm going to tab out real quick because I need to see what the exact wording. It just says hold it at the 70-minute mark. It doesn't say anything about the commander being in, so it's just whoever has the number advantage in there. How are you doing, Augmentations? So OPFOR definitely outnumber the Blue 4 Garrison 2-1. Overcommitting here. Blue 4, though. I think OPFOR actually has the number advantage at the moment. Because I think those last ambushes, they were able to take out Blue 4, a majority of Blue 4's mortar team. And they were able to intercept one of their squads moving through. And OPFOR, I guess, just had more units laying around in the base. And Blue 4 was able to get some kills. There's the artillery strike. And that is, I believe, going to be the final one. Now you got 50 cal firing in. No, there's going to be one more, actually, because of the 8-minute extra. So one more, and then that town is going to be freed up. Little worried about this group of infantry not being in the town if the thing is cashed in. But we also have the MTLB BMP coming around. So that could provide some pretty deadly fire support and fire right in the middle of OPFOR lines. Arty is controlled just by the scenario. It's programmed to land every 10 minutes. But the last one will land in a little under 10 minutes. It's basically to prevent people from just holding that final objective till the actual last 20 minutes of the game. So Blue 4 a little confused where that fire is coming in. OPFOR have a lot of room to literally just go around. Since Blue 4 isn't holding the objective area itself, OPFOR can just sneak forces in and stop Blue 4 from cashing it in. Which is really, really silly on Blue 4's part. This also means that OPFOR still has a chance to win. Because if this gets cashed in, it's going to be 4-6. Which, actually, no, I think at that point, OPFOR can only tie. Delta takes a few shots. We've got artillery rounds landing, but they're still way short. And there's no one to call BDA for them, so that Arty is just going to be useless the entire game. And Blue 4 caught in an open area on the side of a building. OPFOR have room to flank around and get in the buildings around and even overwatch from the windows. Really bad spot for the Blue 4 squad to be in. Kiri's going to start spotting people. He's going to spot them all coming around. He tries friendly wiggling. He's confusing them with the friendly wiggle.
Jesus.
What?
Bro.
What?
Friendly, friendly.
What? What? I'm gonna text him real quick and just go, Kiri, what the fuck? What was that? Just text him on Discord for that one, Kiri. What the like, even Blue 4 were looking at each other like, what? The fact that he actually had them going for like 30 seconds. And I think Blue 4 radioed in to ask if they were the only friendly squad in the town, and they got that confirmation and immediately blew them away. So it's funny that Blue 4 actually treated that properly. In Spanish, this guy isn't friendly, don't F with me, come on. BMP's firing into this town. A lot of infantry for them to hit here, though. Augmentations are probably using enhanced movement to do so. And that allows them to climb on certain surfaces. Blue 4 have actually pushed a squad on the rear of the OPFOR formation and begun engaging. with the M2 Vic, so they're trying to pincer off the element here and have the BMP snipe the infantry off. .50 cal Vic not looking the right way though. Instead they're trying to put small arms down to kill the gunner. And OFCRA aren't even going to be able to push into the objective either. Cash-in's going to be in 6.5 minutes. Or 7.5, excuse me. He still hasn't responded. All right, 50 cal is now starting to knock out some of the people over here. Blue 4 only down to a handful of guys. They're doing their best to hold. And you still have those mortars coming around. Maz shot just came in. OFCRA desperately trying to advance. Panzal gets knocked out. OFCRA pushing past the smoke. I'm surprised we're not seeing any more flanking going around. Ah, yes, the reason they're pushing this open area. I can only imagine who's calling the shots here. I love them. Grenades being thrown up. However, he ends up hurting himself with that grenade. OFCRA has pulled forces back to deal with the rear assault. OFCRA is emerging through the smoke and trying to pick off who they can. Grenade gets caught on the wall. Minimal damage. Blue 4 down to 2. OFCRA still have 5.5 minutes to break through into the town to stop the cash-in, but Blue 4 needs a person to cash in. OFCRA's got another squad coming from the north, but I'm not sure they'll be able to get in time. But even then, it doesn't matter. They're just trying to stop Blue 4 from cashing the objective. So as long as Blue 4's not in there, they won't get the extra point. OFCRA will get their extra point. Scoreboard should then be 4-6. With 2 points remaining, so OFCRA can still tie. In the event of a tie, we just refund the prediction. Nolik coming around. He's going to catch Diego. Diego gets up at the last second to hide his head. The fact that Diego is still alive right now. The fact that Diego actually just managed to get that kill right there. Are you kidding? If I was Nolik, I would be punching my monitor right now. That was some great ABS. Wow. I'm waiting for Nolik to wake up and finish the job. OFCRA have turned around. They're actually pushing the Blue 4 element back here back. And Twig King is amassing some kills here. Yes. I'm a little busy. What's up? That's fine. You're fine. We can do an FFA. We got frozen stuff in the freezer. We can just cook that off. Easy. Free for all. I'm doing PvP commentary, so my head's in that space. But anyway, back to work. Diego gets killed off. You still have the BMP out here. I don't think it's really gotten any kills, though. Yeah, nothing. I can't hear you. Huh? Excellent. No drowning for me. Your nails look great, honey. I don't have the money. Anyway, Mr. White being worked on by Rick. You can get some for yourself if you want, sure. Nah. I'm good. Thank you, though. Can I resume work? Thank you, dear. All right. So overall, Blue 4 is not going to be able to get that 1 point. Op 4 still has forces in, so we'll see that change to a 4-6. Funny enough, though, Blue 4's moved a garrison in. But we're not at the 70-minute mark, which means these guys are under threat of getting rocket artillery. Guys, how many people do you think are going to die in the last arty strike here? Because we've got a pretty decent spread. We've got, let's see, just to keep a count, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 9 people in the final objective. I think they mistimed this, and they're moving into the final zone. I think we're going to either see no one die or like 4 or 5 people die. There will be no in between. But anyway, that strike should be happening around the same time these areas get cashed in. So remember, 9 people in that area. BMP still firing at the groups over here. But all the Blue 4 guys in the center have died. Yeah, that's their main... Uh-oh, Artie. Still short. That poor mortar doing its best to move in. They have an AT-4 shot going up to the BMP. Minimal damage. Camrad pushing in the open. Someone without a name gets killed off. Oh, he's trying. I think he's realized his mistake. Also, that is 100% an AI, but, you know, I still give it airtime. BMP getting some knockouts here. And Demovar gets the kill. Less than a minute remaining. I want to be watching it when it happens. They've gotten 1 kill with the vehicle. I'm going to text Bloodwind real quick. Kiri replying with, haha, comms were scuffed. On comms in the map, they said they were friendlies. They said that there were friendlies there. That's beautiful. Hey, hun, comma, if you're nice to me, comma, I can go cool off those chicken nuggets and we can fry them. Since she doesn't want to make dinner, I've got spare chicken nuggets I made. And we can do that instead. And here we go. 20 minutes left. Failed by west, completed by east, completed by east. Wait. So side lead was completed, and so do they get an extra point then? Because if they do, that means Op4 could still win this instead of tying. Did both have to be satisfied to get a point? Lolo, can you let me know? How many points did Op4 get with that? All right, come on. Where's that arty strike? They said the last one would be at the 70-minute mark, so it probably fired, and now it's arriving. All right, where is it? Come on. Yeah, there's Rex over here, so these guys are at the edge of the kill zone, and then you got people right in the center of it. Where is it? Where is it? As soon as I look away, it's going to happen. Where is it? Where are explosives? It's been 2 minutes. I feel like I was lied to. Well, the BMP, MTLB BMP-1 turret gets destroyed. Because they decided to charge into the enemy. Whatever. Rico, where's the kaboom? Where's the kaboom, Rico? Gonna text Wombat and go, where Boom? They said the last one would be at the 70-minute mark. And then you gotta remember there's 8 minutes for safe start. So where's my Boom? Where's Blue for getting slaughtered in here? I've been lied to. It's supposed to be like a freaking rocket strike. Well, I've been lied to. Blue 4, I assume, is going to pull everything back to the final area here. So Op 4 is either going to tie or potentially win at this rate. Unless Blue 4 somehow hold off the massive amount of infantry coming in. But you got to remember, Op 4 has units to the south and north that are going to come in and pincer this final area. So it's a hard call either way. Kiri's telling me you should have grenaded. Yes. Yes, you should have, buddy. They were literally wearing different camo from you. Alright, well, I've been lied to. There's no rocket. I'm very sad, and I'm sorry I lied to you all. I was fed fake news. So I'm assuming these guys are going to pull back with the M113. Op4 doing a very generous dismount to the south. I love how the actual Op4 commander is driving right in. Meanwhile, the squad has decided to dismount all the way back here and cross it on foot. So they're firing behind them just to harass. And it looks like even the artillery Vic. Actually, that I think is this Vic, yeah. So the mortar has pulled in. I'm going to be honest, that mortar being used in this objective with people to actually spot for the damn mortar and using Willie Pete's to deny Op4 the ability to move in through this trench line, that would have been the smartest play Blue 4 made all night. Willie Pete the trench line constantly and force Op4 to move in the open. Granted, I think Pierce is still alive and he would relish in something. Oh no, he's dead. Well, there goes that plan. The problem, Liru, yes, I know, Lola, the problem is that requires communication. And what do we not get in OFCRA when a mortar is involved? Like 9 out of 10 times? Communication. Alright. Can Flip for Flap channel his inner Audrey Hotto? And he doesn't need to clutch the mission, but can he at least get a few kills? And I don't end up caster cursing him. You were all killed by the drone? Yeah, no, that drone is going to be my MVP, man. Like that. That drone did work. Yeah, back here, right? The second drone came in and got even more kills. Oh my god. So the second drone came in then, because I know the drone killed this guy. This is where all of Blue 4's infantry died. Holy shit. I missed it. But yeah, no, the IED drone definitely gets my MVP choice, but wow. I was wondering what happened with Blue 4's extra infantry, because they were feeling a little lighter, but yeah. Yeah, no, alright, we found what happened.
It's mad.
I think I found the drone operator, guys. Whew, Gazag with 13 kills, yeah, whew. So that, I think, has shifted the tide completely for Blue 4, and Blue 4, since their commanders have been dead. That's what I'm probably going to say to NASA. The VIPs are going to be, for Op4, the drone operator team, and for Blue 4, whatever gets them a point closer to having that drone, because that thing is bonkers. OFCRA now beginning their assault. Southern side is attacking first. Reinforcements from Squad 404 coming in. You have a bunch of infantry up to the northern side. Grenades, picking off a few infantry that advanced early on. The monkey gets knocked out. Damn, I kind of enjoyed him. Oh well. And then you've got a small picket team coming in from the northern side. That's actually more of a maneuvering team. If it's a 3-man team on offense, it's a maneuvering team. If it's on defense, it's a picket team. And funny enough, OPFOR are taking some friendly fire because the northern group doesn't know where the southern group's advancing from. But just the sheer amount of infantry OPFOR has left. I did not realize Blue 4 lost that many dudes to the drone operator. Alright. Blue 4, on the other hand, all the way up here have somehow gotten 3 knockouts. So great marksmanship by whatever OPFOR was engaging, or the building just ate them. One of the two. Oh, God. Don't know why my game just did that, but whatever. It's Arma 3. You never know whatever happens. Maneuvering team catches Gerald out of position, knocks him out. No boom happened. The boom happened earlier in the Blue 4 base, apparently. That's why there was no rocket strike. It was just a mercy rule. Because Blue 4 already lost enough people to explosions. I'm just going to scroll out. There's no one else on Blue 4 left, so we'll probably see the game end. Actually, no, it's going to end on time. There's only 10 minutes left on it. Maybe it'll end earlier, because, I mean, OPFOR still have infantry in, like, the 20s, and Blue 4 are down below 10 at this rate. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I think 1 is up right there, so 9. We could still see a solid defense done if this group of infantry is able to stop these infantry, because they are advancing in an open area right here instead of going around the flank. So we could still see that, but then they're going to have to turn around and deal with all the people on the Overwatch fallacy. So Blue 4 could still win this one. It's going to be close, but they could still get it. And I think I'm out of water. Yep. That's the last hydrate for the stream. An AT round is fired back here. Well, yep, there was someone in that Vic, and he is cooking. I think an NLAW just got fired. Some sort of guided missile. No, that would have been the Stinger. That's the only thing I think that's on the field that can make that noise. A Stinger or an NLAW makes that swooping sound. Macmarin got stuck on a window frame? That's funny. What, like back up there, right? Demovar's coming around. I mean, I think these guys got stuck on the building there. That or it just happened to explode. Kerfoot's looking around. Demovar's going to breach and get those knockouts. Rigel gets knocked out by Watts. PHK trying to poke his head out. Just as Watts pulls away from the window. Oh, that's some tough timing there. No, I didn't, Depso. I'm so sorry I missed it. I saw one drone get shot down, and I thought that would be it. I didn't realize the second drone was going to go over there, too, and finish the job. Mods round comes in by Settler. Might catch this other vehicle coming around.
Any vehicles? Alla?
Nope, it's gonna be out of his vision. As that Humvee comes around here to engage on a rear attack. Kerfus looks like he was able to find Demovar and take him out. AT round comes in, but it misses the Humvee, and the Humvee is now desperately pulling in. Yeah, I'm gonna message NASA real quick to tell him who the VIPs are. Oh my god, I hate this fucking mobile interface so fucking much. Hey broski, comma, OFCRA VIP, if we're still doing this, is gonna be Gazog. Blue 4 VIP. And then Blue 4 VIP is whatever gets them closer to using their own drone. Because my god. And again, I don't know what the point scoring is going to be. It's going to be by 1 point, win or loss. Unless OFCRA win this, in which case it's either going to be a tie game or OFCRA wins by 1 point. Yeah, exactly. I really hate what Discord did with that stupid interface. But anyway, Mosquit actually gets the kill on an OFCRA member pushing up. It's just now we've got the Overwatch element coming in. Blue 4 are down to 5 players. NASA pushing in, runs into Mosquit. NASA runs out of ammo after those few shots. Mosquit gets his 3rd kill. Killer trying to pop in as well. I mean, all right. 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, Blue 4 would need to get 12 kills to break even. Mosquit taking fire. Settler trying to get Wombat. Wombat throws a bad frag, and it doubles to a 2nd frag. Ninebane's going in. Ash gets knocked out. And double tapped. Settler goes around and flanks Wombat. I mean, so far, Blue 4's doing a decent job holding. Kerfus having these 3 guys staying pinned. Victor here, or Jonathan might just be shooting because I think Victor's been on con for a while. Lolo, what are they saying? Dewitson gets knocked out as he's trying to hold the 1 window. Could still wake back up. AT getting fired, but they folded off of that area. Good call by OFCRA there. Blue 4 down to 4. Dewitson again could wake back up, might not. Killer looking around, he's on 3 kills. Maz shots going in on that building as Blue 4 continuing to flank. But if they kill those elements, they just have to turn around and deal with the main push from the north. But we have 5 minutes. No, 3 minutes remaining. I don't think Blue 4 is going to be able to get the kills they need in 3 minutes. If they had more time, then maybe. But 3 minutes to catch up by like 12 kills is very difficult. Yeah, 2.5 minutes now. OFCRA now pushing Dewinson's building. He is bandaging. He is back up. Killer gets knocked out for some crossfire. Kerfu's trying to get some kills on OFCRA right here. It's not enough. It's not enough. I thought Blue 4 had this in the first half, but that drone strike just completely changed things up. That is beautiful. That is actually beautiful. One second. That's it. Less than a minute remaining. Blue 4 down to 3 people. OPT4 have at least 4 times that amount. Mosquit's gonna catch Jonathan. Manages to get the kill, immediately takes return fire from multiple flanks, gets killed by Delta. AT goes in, gets a kill. That was Settler using his good old noob tube. Monkey Enjoyer's been dragged back here and left to rot. Caster Curse all of OPT4. No Caster Curse can fix this unless a rocket strike comes from the sky and kills all OPT4 players. That's not going to happen. So this is either going to be a tied game or an OPT4 victory. Oh. There it is. And the points are 7-6 OPT4 victory because at the 70-minute mark they also had the side leader in the final town. GG. It is an OPT4 victory. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. We'll be back in 3 hours. Otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one. And I'll see you later.